your boy JTMM, aka JustTenMoreMinutes, aka the Freakin 10, back again with another video. Back with more from Nightwish at Hellfest 2022, which was this past June. And I've gone through so far. It was Noise, Planet Hell, Tribal, Elan, Storytime, and now How's the Heart. I still have Why I Want My Tears, Nemo. I mean, just so many hits to go through. And this one today is Dark Chest of Wonders. And I don't remember a lot about this song. I did just go back and look at some of the comments, and I think it was either after I had COVID or my wreck. I think it was more COVID from the comments I saw. But I saw all of the different, Nightwish Army, kind of sections checking in and saying how I was doing and wishing me well. And it was really cool just to go back and read those comments. So definitely appreciated. I also am truly enjoying this concert because seeing how hot it is and knowing, like they got some sun exposure from a previous concert. I think it maybe was Pink Pop. I think someone said in the comments, but I could be wrong. And then coming out and still just performing Empu in the suit, everybody in the full garb is just, just speaks to them as performers and what they're willing to do, right? Which is just awesome. So with all of that being said, we got Dark Chest of Wonders. There's only one thing left to do. Let's switch it up and check it out. Looks like he's in pain right under his eyes. She went and dropped the jacket off. I'm going to stop it there for a second because I want to point something out. And I know I've pointed this probably out from, I think it was Vodka in 2017. And that was, and I know she was going to take the jacket off and probably cool down for a second. But, again, it just shows the camaraderie of it's not all about one person. And even though, Tomas has written all of these songs, but you don't see him trying to be all up in the front, right? He's a true lover of music and how that music is presented. And, you don't see, Empu running across stage and doing stupid crap, right? You don't see the bass player, and I don't want to butcher his name, doing anything silly. And same thing for drummer or Troy. And even Floor doesn't, right? They don't make it about individuals. It's this group. And when they do these instrumentals, I notice how she steps back that's just something, just me as a performer previously. It's one of those things, right? Because I picture how I was, and there was times that, on a solo, I would go over to the guitarist and I wouldn't go get a drink. And I kind of regret some of those choices, right? Because I see how she just kind of lets it be about the soloist, or, whoever is kind of the focal point for that particular measure or set of measures. That's just really cool. And poor Empu in that suit with the heat. Jeez. All right, let's keep rocking. Look at all of those hands, even way on the back. I love watching him play. All right, so I'm going to stop it there. So what I said was really cool is they went from, that whole big, hard performance, and then they had this switch, right? Those switches, and they went back to the melody, right? A fly to a dream, far across the street, all the burden's gone, open the chest once more. But the way, and not all bands are good at this, right? Where they just do this switch from one tempo or one melody back. And that's the one thing that one of many things that I should say that stands out about the way that Tool almost writes these songs is that he's not afraid to do the tempo changes and the melody changes in these songs to where they just switch like that. Like if you look at certain types of music, very rarely, the chorus plays, or excuse me, the verses and the verse music plays into the chorus where it kind of leads to it, right? Whether it's a chord progression, whatever it might be. They go, but it stays, the tempo usually stays the same, right? But if you take a look at what they did with that, right? I mean, you're just going, and then boom. And you're just like, whoa, what? And they go right back to the chorus. I love how he's not afraid to take those risks in the music, and I can't say that I've ever noticed one there. It's like, okay, that change doesn't work. Not that I would ever expect Tomas to, screw up like that. He's too brilliant of a mind for that. As far as the song goes, I'm remembering it now because I think what I first remembered was Peter Pan, right? The first age I learned to fly. But the more that I've heard the song, it just seems like it's just about the innocence of a child and not knowing what's out there in the world. And coming back and opening that chest and seeing through the eyes of one with a pure heart. At least that's kind of where I see it now. But let me switch it back and I'll give you my final thoughts. So, when I do these switches and you see me look down, it is literally because I go in and I do have my Stream Deck, and I'll go in and hit the notifications button here in a second. So when I say one take, it's one take. When I watch Nightwish, I don't get tired of it. And it's not because I don't necessarily remember all of the songs that I've watched. It's more of their performances and the little nuances of things that, I like to point out, the changes, Floor taking that step back, watching Tomas just go at it. It's those little things that I enjoy. So, many people, may think, oh, he's just doing this for views. If I was doing this for views, I would come in and I would just be like, and here's the song and here's the lyrics again. I literally love watching them with each performance. I'm actually curious to see on this other concert. Someone mentioned the Pink Pop, and watching that one and seeing if there's a difference in how they perform at each one of these. That to me is just fascinating. So, don't think that I'm doing these things and watching this just because, people have said, hey, go watch this. I truly look forward to it. And so, I'm looking forward to a lot of the concerts, ones that I may have watched and ones, even older ones that I didn't watch before. And there was always, when I first started watching Nightwish, one of the things was, Floor versus Tarja. And, I at the time I didn't know how to truly react to that, right? Because I was new to being a creator, and it's like, okay, how do you go in and not piss people off? Let's face it, right? But really, when I do look at singers, I just look to the qualities that they bring. So I am still interested in going back, and I don't think I've done that quite as much as I've wanted to. But I do want to go back and listen to the older, what they'll at least let me post. I do remember I tried to post one, and I want to say it was Universal or someone like that completely blocked it. So I'll try to pick and choose maybe an old concert that I can go back and do as well with Tarja, and kind of, I don't even want to say compare the two. Just sit back and enjoy it, right? Because, a singer, everyone brings their qualities. I mean, obviously I'm more used to Floor, but I'm very curious still to go back and re-listen to some of those. So with that being said, and I'll just give you an idea of how this works here. I'll go in and I'll hit my shameless notifications plug. And instantly it'll say, leave a comment. And then there's a time delay. It says, hit the like button. And then it pops up and says, hey, drop a subscribe if you like the content. So when I tell you I do these in one take, and you see these switches and these transitions, it's literally all with that Stream Deck there. Because I want y'all to get the honest reaction of these and just the honest response. So many times I see some creators out there and you'll see edits come in, and it's like, okay, what didn't they like, right? What were they afraid to say? I will speak my mind if I have something to say. I'll try to do it in the most, non-critical way. But I will say if I don't like something. I've done that on plenty of videos. So Nightwish, we've got, what do we have next? I think I said it was, I Want My Tears Back. And that was one that I remember, I think was with Marco, right? I kind of remember them going back and forth on Vodka in 2017. I could be wrong, but I think that was the song. So I'm interested to see how they do that without Marco there. But that's going to be on Monday's video. I may release more. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I want to do the Fridays, if it's a free for all, or, if I want to continue the trend, to kind of try to keep things flowing. But with that being said, that's all for today of Nightwish. More is coming, as usual, as we go through. We still got plenty of songs in this concert, and obviously the Pink Pop concert to go through. So not ending anytime soon with Nightwish. I'm truly, truly enjoying it, and I look forward to seeing you all in the comments. With that being said, always remember, my friends, if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2, and certainly don't ask for 5. If someone asks you to stop what you're doing, always ask for just 10 more minutes. I'm JTMM. I'm out.